Hi. So in the last video, I explained how I was sick and being diagnosed with diabetes. I was being treated by metformin and everything for type 2 diabetes because I was 30 years old. And I ended up in the hospital with my sugar of 512 because the metformin was not working. It never worked every day. And my A1C ended up being 12. So we're there. I'm finally diagnosed. And they tell me it's official. I have type 1 diabetes and I am insulin dependent. That was that. From there, I started doing my best to try to live a lifestyle where I exercised, ate right, and learned how to control my diabetes. I was finally diagnosed or prescribed with a long-acting insulin called Toujeo, and then short-acting insulin for when I ate food, which was Humulog. And I learned how to use those. I followed the doctor's orders. I felt healthy. I was gaining my weight back a bit. My sugars were finally balancing out a bit. I was still learning and working with the endocrinologist for everything. When I continued to do labs every 3 months with them, my A1C was going lower and lower, which was wonderful. I think I finally got it down to like a 6.8, and I felt good about that. And I was finally doing a lot better. So then I found out I was pregnant, which threw everything off, everything, because it was different. So I'm pregnant. My sugars are thrown off a bit. You know how pregnancy just things get unbalanced and everything. So I'm still trying to manage my diabetes, which I'm still learning about. I had a nutritionist who was trying to teach me how to count carbs and, do the ratio of carbs to insulin, which honestly, I'm not going to lie, to this day, I still don't get right. But I was trying. So I was doing that, and I just guess I wasn't doing it well enough, because at 11 weeks, I ended up losing that baby. And, I was just like, let's just keep going. Let's just keep trying to. It's not the right time, and that's fine. Everything works in God's timing. But I still needed to get healthy. I needed to do what I needed to do to get my body right. So I continued to work and continued to try to learn and deal with managing the diabetes. So I'd say about 2 years went by, and my A1C continued to get better and better. I continued to gain a bit of weight, so I think I was finally back to about 110, a decent size, and things were going well. I'm sorry, I gotta deal with this kid. Okay, this may sound crazy, but that was actually a laugh. So, my daughter's fine. She's watching something called Huggy Wuggy or whatever. I don't know nothing about all that. I mean, I've seen a little bit of it. I don't know, but she, wow, laugher. Anyways, so, yeah, I was managing and doing pretty well. And I found out I was pregnant again. So, threw off everything. And I'll go ahead. I'm sure this video has been too long. So in the next video, I'll talk about how this time I had a very high risk pregnancy. And it was definitely a lot. It was definitely a lot. And threw off everything I knew about taking insulin and everything, to the point where I got insulin resistant, had to deal with that. So I took it. It was a lot. We'll talk about it in the next video. Yeah.